scientific spirituality. My name remains first, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time on this channel, you are highly welcome. This is a place for separating facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about the use of spells and shams in African spirituality, what we use them for, and the benefits, advantages, disadvantages, and what you need to know about doing spells in African spirituality. This topic is necessitated by the general view of most people, especially Christians, that doing spells is evil. That anytime they see somebody, a practitioner, doing some sort of spells, making incantations, pouring libations, or even just simply having a calabash, or doing any kind of African metaphysics, we just naturally, they will say the person is demonic, is practicing evil, or trying to call evil spirits, or do some bad stuff. And this is not true. Today I want to allay their fears and just say my piece on it. I have done a similar video like this in the past, but many people did not get the memo. So today I want to take it out, maybe I will just pour it out to the Christians once again to explain to them many things that they are failing to understand. But before then, by all means, let's do a little bit of libation to call our gods, our goddesses, our ancestors, great people, people worthy of emulation. So please, by all means, bring out your whiskey, your wine, your ogogoro, your bourbon, your vodka, your long john, moonshine, akpeteshi, anything that you drink, lime linka, and brukutu, wonkite, jedi. You guys know all the names. See, anything that you like to use to drink, let's just call some names and just link our minds, our hearts, spirits, body, and soul together. And if for nothing else, let's just go with the flow. Okay. So first of all, I'll be calling upon Echu Elegbara Babaroski, the Primus Inter Paris. I give you this drink today. I ask for your blessing, for your wisdom, for your presence to be upon this channel. I ask for you to guide us and always give us the impetus, the choice, desire to make the best decisions in any crossroad, any point of decision making. Give us the ability to make the right choice. Ashe, I call upon Oshun, Mother of Divinity, Mother of Love, Mother of Sensuality, Procreation, Productivity, Prosperity. I give you your drink today. I ask that you shower us with your waters of life, and you bless the works of our hands to bring forth good fruit, to bear forth good fruit, to guide and protect us. This I call upon segments. I ask that your great spirit for economic management, financial management, wisdom, to be able to have capacity to do things, to create our own future, our own destiny, powerful and unique. Okay? I call upon Basset, aka Olog Bushere, aka the Black Panther. I ask for your undying spirits, the great spirit of the melanated African consciousness to be resurrected in us, and to continue to activate us, push us in the right direction, empower us, and animate us for success and greater glory. Okay? I call upon Tehuti. I ask for wisdom, intelligent spirits upon this channel. Let the students and the watchers of this channel have the ability to understand things very well, understand things and overstand things. Let us be the head and never the tail. I call upon Anpu. I ask that your power come upon us on this channel. Give us the ability to manage our time effectively. Teach us how to live life, how to make things very important, how to make things very well in this life, and how to not waste our time doing frivolous things. Let your spirit guide us on this channel is I call upon Aziza, Hussein, Ye, Azaka. I ask for your spirit and your guidance to be upon this channel. I ask that you give us the wisdom to study herbs, to study the mineral elements, the plant elements, and other elements that is under your domain to understand it effectively in order to have a closer working relationship with you. It's, I call upon Ufuri. It's, I call upon Olubushere. I call upon Orubila. It's, I call upon Ubatala. It's, I call upon Shango. I call upon Ikwensu. I call upon Igbesu. I call upon all our African spirit that stand for truth, justice, righteousness, and harmonious balance. I also call upon grace spirits that have lived upon this earth before. People like Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Michael Jackson, Muhammad Ali, Nelson Mandela, Thomas Sankara, Kwame Nkrumah, Bob Marley, Lucky Dube, Julius Nyerere, Fela Anikulapo Kuti. I ask that your spirit continue to guide us and lead us in the right direction. People like Inloko Rashidi, Harriet Tubman, Sister Francis, let your great spirit be upon us. Professor William Chancellor, Ivan Setima, Dr. John Eric Clark, Yosef Akama, Sheikh Anta Diop, and a lot more other great people worthy of emulation. I ask the blood of our ancestors to speak for us. Blood of Onuma can speak for us. Blood of Omini will speak for us. Blood of our ancient African kings and warriors speak for us. I say this mighty prayer in the mighty name of Amira, Ashe, in the mighty name of Olo Bushere, Ashe, in the mighty name of Azaru Ludu, Ashe, in the mighty name of Olokun, Ashe, in the mighty name of Ikwensu, Ashe, in the mighty name of all our deities, all our supreme deities. Let your power, let your guidance continue to be with us now forevermore. Ashe. Isiagwari is done. So, thank you very much for joining me. It's always good that we'll be doing this thing from time to time. So today I want to talk about rules of doing shams. In African spirituality, when you come into the practice, you will find that part of the practice, apart from venerating the ancestors and deities, is involving you to study the universe, study the heads, the behavior of animals, characteristics of animals, or qualities of animals. That is for the animal kingdom. Then the plant kingdom, you need to know about the characteristics of various herbs in the plant kingdom, the various herbs we have, trees, flowers, and everything that is inside the forest. You need to know their composition, you need to know their uses, their usefulness, their benefits. You need to know how they grow, how they survive, and how you can be able to benefit from them. Nothing in nature lives for itself. Everything lives for each other, to support each other in this great ecosystem. So nature is God, as you know. Nobody have seen God, but you see nature every day. This nature is God. The idea that there's a kind of extra or private individual, somebody that is like the Christian idea of a God, the pervert that is in the sky watching everything, that is a lie. There's no such thing like that. Okay, the gods that we are looking at every day, we see it in nature. The sun, the moon, the air, the birds, the rivers, your fellow humans, all of us are representation and are part and parcel of the God consciousness. So God is universal. God is very vast in the sense that it cannot be just fit into one place alone. Okay, there are different manifestations of God, and all this manifestation is represented in nature. So the more you know about nature is the more you know about God. So as practitioners of African spirituality, part of what we do is to understand or understand or study nature. There are so many things in nature that we don't even know about. So it is a constant understanding, constant practice. We keep learning. The learning is internal. You keep learning new things every day, increasing your capacity, increasing your knowledge base. So when you come into African spirituality, you discover that they have a vast knowledge of herbs and compounds and elements. The mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the water kingdom, and of course the fire kingdom and the spirit kingdom. You need to learn all these things. Learn what is there, learn how you can be able to use them, to manipulate them or combine them to create solutions to solve problems in your life or in this physical world. So part of the things you'll be learning is what we call spells or charms. These are things, or they can be concoctions, or they can be symptoms, or they can be just elements that are combined in a certain way. They are brought together, combined in a certain way, in certain qualities, with the aim of bringing out a certain results in different aspects of this physical world. Okay, so we have lots of this knowledge in African spirituality. We call it the metaphysics of African spirituality. This is a form of very advanced science, an advanced science taking advantage of the laws of quantum physics, plasma physics, and a little bit of natural laws as well. So these are kind of advanced scientific principles or concepts that we study and practice in African spirituality. These are things that we do that have the capacity to effect effective changes, physical changes in the physical world and also in the spirit world. So this study of charms, study of spells, it is part and parcel of African spirituality, because African spirituality involves interacting with the invisible world or the smallest or invisible particles of nature. Okay, so when you study African spirituality, you must also study how to be able to manipulate matter. It is normal. Okay, this is something we do here. It is science. Okay, this is why we do African spirituality. This is why I come on here. I talk about a lot of herbs. I talk about a lot of spells. These are spells that people have done in the past that they discovered to be effective for certain situations, and we learn them and we keep on practicing them. Okay, so now the thing is that other religious systems, especially Christianity, that aims to destroy or demonize, disparage African spirituality, they see this practice as evil. They see when African spiritualists do spells, do charms for certain things in their life, they see it as evil thing. That is as the height or the quintessence of the demonic practice or devilish practice of somebody doing spell for prosperity. They say you are a bad person. But in Christianity, they also have their own metaphysics. In Islam, they have their own. I will take example from Christianity because of its popularity and because of my experience with it, not because I am targeting the religion. But of course, I always call the religion's art for its hypocrisy. Okay, now in Christianity, they believe that Jesus Christ is his supreme power. That they are all gods, i.e. Yahweh, Jehovah, Elohim, the God of Isaac, Jacob, Emmanuel, Jesus Christ. Let me call all these names I can remember. They say this thing or this being, this phantom, is the supreme power, that he has power over every other thing, that he has power over all the earth, all the universe, everything. Some people believe that there's so much power in the Bible that the Bible can solve any problem on this earth. Some people believe that the cross of Jesus Christ, the symbol of the cross, is all they need to survive in life. Now, for you putting all your belief into this religion, it means that you believe that the religion have power to do one or two things. Okay, that your religion is stronger than African spirituality, is stronger. In fact, according to the Christians, all the deities of African spirituality are demons. They are going to hell. Every human being that practice African spirituality and before they die, they are going to hell. They are all children of Satan. that all our ancestors that have been practicing African spirituality before the creation of Christianity, they are all gone to hell. In fact, they believe all our ancestors are in their hell, burning, screaming, screeching, rolling and twisting. They believe their religion is all powerful. They even call the ancient Egyptians the most wicked people in the earth in that Bible. So they believe that this God is good to them and have ultimate power. They believe that their prayers are stronger than chariots, than even guns and bullets. They believe all these things. So as a result of that, when they pray, they think that that prayer is stronger than any spell. Okay, that prayer has power to destroy the Satan, to destroy devil, to destroy any other thing. But it's so funny whereby Christians see people practicing African spirituality, doing spell to make their life better. They get angry. They call this an evil thing. But Christians also do spells. When you pray, is that not the incantation you are doing when you pray to Jesus? You are doing the same thing the African spirituality is doing. African spirituality is making incantation to his deities, to his ancestors, but you are making your own incantation to Jesus Christ and his gangsters. This is the same thing you are doing. When you go to your church, your pastor give you holy water to drink. They give you holy communion. Is that not a spell? When traditionalists go to their shrine, they drink cola, they drink ogogoro and cola nuts or whatever they drink there. Is it not the same thing? When you go and buy holy water, you buy ring from your church, you buy bangle. Now the one that is raining now, they all have bangles they sell to members. You will see winners bangle, redeem bangle. Every church make sure that they sell their bangles. And they tell you that if you buy that bangle for 5,000 or 10,000, you will be protected. Evil will not come to your house, armed robbers will not see you, kidnappers will not see you. They sell these bangles. For me, those bangles are shams. It's like amulets. In African spirituality, we have protection amulets, we have necklace amulets, we have ring amulets that they also do for people or their members too, that they can buy, they can wear for protection. In Christianity, they also sell all these trinkets. When you go to Catholic, they will give you rosary. They will say recite this rosary every day, maybe 4 or 10 Marys, and you will be protected. They even have what they call chaplain or chaplets in Catholic Church. They have chaplets. What is a chaplet? A chaplet is a kind of amulet whereby they put the face of a saint. You see, hardcore Catholics, they always wear chaplet in their neck. They believe that the saint will be protecting them 24 hours when you wear the chaplets. Am I lying? I used to be a Catholic. I was born into Catholicism. I never wear chaplets throughout because they told me that for you to wear chaplets, you have to be fully dedicated Catholic, and you must be very serious. If you wear the chaplet and you are not doing the things the church wants you to do, the Holy Ghost or the Spirit will destroy you or will come and do something bad to you. These chaplets in Christianity, it is shams. It is like amulets or talisman that they believe that they have, that is protecting them, that is making their life prosperous, is making them have the things that they want in life. So these chaplets that they wear in Catholic Church is shams. It is amulets. It is also talisman. They have a lot of these things in many Christian religions. Okay, so this is their own shams and spell that they do in Christianity. When you go into Judaism, you will see that they have so many books of spell. They are so-called 7 books of Moses, or they are so-called Torah and Kabbalah. What is Kabbalah in Judaism? Is it not spells? How to make certain incantations to so-called angels of heaven for protection, for love, for prosperity. They have CJs that they call, that they write seals of angel, seal of Solomon, seal of this, seal of that. All these things, you can investigate them with a simple Google search. So in Christianity, they do spells. Many of them believe that by carrying that Bible or holy water, they are protected. It is spell we are doing. So what is the difference between you as a Christian and somebody that practices African spirituality? As a Christian, you do your spell. Part of the spell they do in Christianity is fasting. When they have certain problem, they say that we fast for 3 days, fast for 1 week, then we have to pay tithes, sow seeds, so that what you are looking for, you will get it. When you sow seed to your pastor, when you buy cement for your church, when you do your offering, the essence of them doing is for their God to bless them, to get promotion, to get a better life, to buy a better house, a better car. All these things you do in Christianity, are they not spells? They are spells and they are shams that are being done to Jesus, being done to Jehovah, being done to Elohim, being done to whatever ragtag spirit is in that religion. You are also doing spells. So these spells now, it is not evil in your own, but when somebody in African spirituality do their own spells, it becomes evil. Why is it like this? Is it not double standards? How can the pot be calling the kettle black? Both of you are doing the same thing. Okay? Now, if I am an African spiritualist now, a practitioner as I am, let's say I have a shop in a shopping mall, and I have competitors quite naturally. They are selling the same products. Me, I want to sell. I will go to my shrine to pray so I can get more customers. The Christian too will also go to their church to pray so that they can get more customers. So when I go to my shrine to pray, there's give me anything they give me, if it is bitter cola, calabash, or insects. This is my own belief. You too, you go to your holy church, they give you your holy water, your Bible, or your sticker. That is your own belief. Now it now comes to the part whereby everybody is practicing their own thing. Who will win? Most times when you see Christians doing their prayers for prosperity, anytime they see somebody that practices African spirituality doing something else, they get hungry, they get hysterical, they begin to panic. They begin to panic. Why are they panicking? That you're doing something that they don't do. Oh, he's doing evil stuff, he's doing evil stuff. He's an evil person. But you are also doing the same thing. And you know the funny thing? If your God, as a Christian, you believe that your God is supreme, that Jesus Christ and his cronies and his gangsters and his bastards, they are more powerful, why are you panicking over the practice of another person? You see, yesterday I was walking by a house. One man was shouting at the top of his voice that his fellow neighbor is doing shams for prosperity in his shop. He was complaining to his people. I was just listening. I wanted to say something, but it is not my business. You say you are a Christian. You worship the living God. You worship the most powerful God. You're worshiping Yahweh, the one that created the universe, the perverts, the bastards, which I always insult. And he cannot do anything to me because it does not exist. Then why are you panicking when somebody is blowing native shock inside his own shop? Is making incantations inside his own shop. If your God is supreme, then your God is supposed to have power over that guy. I mean, if my God is so supreme, I don't need to worry about the activities of any other God, because my God will always deliver and my God will protect my interests. Now you that is worshiping the supreme God, you are the one that is now complaining at the top of your voice that somebody is doing evil. If your God is really supreme, why are you scared? Why are you panicking? You have nothing to worry about, because your God will take care of that guy for you as easily as possible. There should not be a threat to you, because your God is supreme. But this guy is panicking. He's an old man who is panicking because deep down, something knows that he's an hypocrite. He knows that he's an hypocrite, and he knows that this God does not have any power. He's just pretending. So he's panicking. That's why he's screaming, shouting, calling out, oh, somebody is doing evil. Of course, what do you expect somebody like me to do? If I have a shop, you have a shop, I will naturally do my stuff. I will do my libation in my shop because I practice African spirituality. I will do my spell work. I will do open doors. I will do road opener. I will do everything possible to make sure my business run. Okay, then I will also follow up my business with full, complete business practice of delivering value to people. This is what any practitioner will do. As a Christian too, you do the same thing, but you are scared when other people do their own practice. You are scared because you know that your church is not a good church, and your God is not a supreme God. You're scared because your God does not have your interest. You don't even believe in your God. You are afraid of your own God, and you're bribing your own God. Your God doesn't care about you. That is why Christians are always afraid when they see somebody practice African spirituality, because deep down, they know that African spirituality has power, and they know that African spirituality is not something to be toyed with. This is why they don't want us to practice. Okay? If your God is really supreme, you don't need to worry about anything I do on this channel. Okay? Many times you see Christians come to this channel to complain about me, complain and yap. Oh, you're talking about the religion, you're attacking it. You should just talk about your spirituality. Don't say anything about Christianity. Don't say anything about Islam. Just talk your own. How can I talk when your own is affecting my own? When your own is all about disparaging my own? When your own is a fake one, I need to expose your own. Because since the inception of Christianity and Islam, you people have been talking trash against African spirituality. You have been lying that it's demonic, it is fetish, it is true. Now somebody is coming out to say something, you say I should not talk, I should focus on my own lane. No. That time don't pass. It is too late. I need to talk about you now because you are messing the planet up. If your God is really supreme, is the most powerful deity, you should not be worried about me. You should not be worried about my native shop. You should not be worried about my calabash. You should not be worried about my candle. Is it not supposed to be? Your God is supposed to take care of me for you. But apparently your God is failing to deliver, as he have always failed. In the beginning of the Bible, he failed. He sent his son, he failed. Everything, your God has always been a failure. And you know that you yourself is a failure. But you are refusing to come to terms with reality. So this is the problem Christians have. Now you're going to see in sport, they will say somebody do spell as a footballer is doing spell in sport. Of course, if he practice African spirituality, what do you expect him to do? Not be waiting, he go practice. So as I practice African spirituality, I'll come leave my practice now. Come they follow you, they read Bible to please you. I will practice what I know. If I am walking in any spare, I will do my own libation before I go there. I will do my own African spirituality practice. If I have my own office, of course, you see my calabash. I will put my calabash inside my office in a tiny corner and I will be praying to it or meditating to it. This is my own practice, okay? Now, calabash I carry, not the shit I carry, okay? So you don't expect somebody that practice African spirituality to not practice it, to use it to do his own things. We are all hustling in this life, okay? Everybody is praying for prosperity, praying for long life, praying for good things. So anything you believe in, practice it. If you're a spiritualist, practice what you believe. If you're a Christian, if you believe your God is most powerful, you have nothing to be afraid of about this calabash. And you say your God get power, then why are you panicking when you see me do my practice? Why are you panicking when you see me do libation? If your God is really supreme, you have nothing to worry about. Okay? So this is why I say it. You see African spiritualists, they never complain about Christianity. They never yap, they do their own practice. But it is always Christians that always panic when they see somebody practicing African spirituality. They are the ones that always panic, because deep down, in their intuition, in their hearts of hearts, they know that Christianity have no power. They know that it's fake. They know that they are hypocrites. They know that they are liars, they are deceivers, and their God is a useless, perverted, demented entity. They know all these things, but they choose to follow that kind of path. Now, when you see somebody like me that is following my own path, you get scared when I practice. Is your God not powerful? Why are you worried? You go to your church, you take your holy water, sprinkle it in your shop, I don't complain. You go there, you put your sticker, I still do not complain. Put it in your car, I don't complain. You do all the things your pastor tell you to do, I don't complain. But when I carry my calabash, you get hysterical. When you see African spiritualists blowing native shock, you get hysterical. When you see them practicing their stuff, you get hysterical. It's meaning that your God is not a powerful God. You don't even believe in your God. This is the problem I have with Christianity. Okay, they are hypocrites. Okay, I'm not saying my God is the most powerful God. My God is okay by me. And I will do the best for myself by always trying to be better. If I have any means to improve myself, I will use it. This is why we learn spells. You cannot say I'm learning spells every day, then I'll be struggling in life. No, it's impossible. As an African spiritualist, you don't need to be struggling. If you know how to practice, you must know things. That's why we need to learn and study. Life is practical. You have to keep improving on yourself. So do not be afraid to practice your spell because Christians are watching you. Do not be afraid to practice your metaphysics. Do what you need to do. It is your own practice. If they ask you why are you doing this, you tell them this is what you believe in, and if their God is powerful, they don't need to worry. It's not for them, it is for you. Okay? So please, don't be scared of this you to persecute you, to stop you from doing your practice. And if you stop to cut you off, so they keep yapping their mouth. It's not today, they have always been yapping their mouth. When I was a Christian, I see all these things from a Christian perspective. Anytime I see African spiritualists doing rites, I'll be panicking. Say they are doing evil, they are calling down demons. Any little thing in the area, NEPA take light, you're responsible for it. Anything in the area, they will say it's because of that ritual the people do. That's why bad things happen to you. This is you not taking responsibility for your spiritual life and for your protection. As a spiritualist, I don't care about what other people does. I only care about what I do. Okay, my own spell, my own study is for my own benefit, my own productivity, my own salvation. So I don't even think about Christians. I don't give whether they pray from now till tomorrow, it doesn't bother me. Anything they do, it doesn't bother me. As far as they don't rub the religion in my face or try to use it to insult me, then I will call you out. Say, no, you can't do this. Please, I don't subscribe to this. I know my boundary. I know your boundary. There are many places I will go. Like yesterday, I went to a meeting. They were doing opening prayer in the name of Jesus, asking everybody to get up. I refused to get up. After, when it comes to time of saying, I stood up and I said so many things that put sense into their heads. And then I sat back down. Next time, those people will be more wiser. Okay? So we need to be standing our ground from time to time. Okay? There's nothing wrong with you doing spell for your business. There's nothing wrong with you doing spell for love. As far as you don't go and target other people's wife, when you do your love spell, the best option will come to you. There's nothing wrong in doing that. There's nothing wrong doing spell, mixing your herbs to live long for good health. There's nothing wrong. Don't allow anybody to bully you. The problem of doing spells only comes when you use it to do evil. When you use it to go and be destroying people's lives, to go and be using it to do bad stuff, that is when you will get repercussion. Okay? As far as you use it for your own prosperity, for your own protection, for your own happiness, there's nothing wrong in it. This is why we learn all this stuff. To live better life, to become better people, to help ourselves and our environment, our people, our community. So there's nothing wrong with doing it. Be proud of what you do. Don't allow anybody to intimidate you. And when you do your stuff, don't make close friends with these Christians because many of them talk anyhow. Many of them are immature people. Okay? Mind the way you relate with them. You are not the same. Many of them are slaves. You are not a slave. Okay? So you need to carry yourself in a kind of royal way. Carry yourself as a king, as a queen. When you are with these people, don't play with them too much. Always make sure that there's a boundary because they can never understand you. And what they are doing is foolish. Okay? It's better to stand alone than to run with the crowd. If you run with the crowd, you be like the crowd. Okay? So please, do your own thing. Be proud of your practice and always use your practice. Use your practice to promote your business. Use your practice to promote your life, promote anything that will give you joy and that will complete you and that will bring prosperity to your life. This is why we learn all these things. We don't learn all these things to keep it under the bed. We learn all these things to practice them. What works, you keep it. What does not work, you throw it away. To understand how it goes, if you believe that you are a Christian and your God is most powerful, you don't need to panic when other people do other things. When other people do spell, you should be smiling because your God has taken complaint to other people's house, running to your pastor like a chicken. It means that your God have no power. Me, I don't worry about what you do. Okay? If your God is powerful, then it will be my God versus your God. Let the most powerful God win. If your God is stronger, then you should be winning. If my God is stronger, then I will be winning. At the end of the day, we will see which God strong pass. In your Bible, they say one time Elijah engaged some 40 prophets of Baal and Asherah in a contest that Elijah won. So when you bring two gods together, if you are having a battle, one of them will naturally win, the most better prepared one. If you are a boxer, you go and do your jazz, your spell, your charms. The other person too is expected to go and pray to his own God or do whatever he does. It is allowed. It is what they believe in. At the end of the day, the most prepared person will win. Okay? The one when he got strong pass, now he go win. So if your God is supreme, you have nothing to worry about. In fact, you need to test him. This is a perfect opportunity for you to test your God, to know if your God really have power or not. So I encourage you to test your God. You say your God have power, your God created the heaven and the earth, your God created me, your God said I was born in original sin. And then you come to me with that dirty Bible. And I would like to see the power of that God, Christ, your God in action. Then let it be my God versus your God. If your God win me, I go. If I win your God, you should go in peace. So you should have nothing to worry about. Mm-hmm. I welcome a challenge. I'll be happy to see the power of that God because I know that God does not exist. We never still see him. So you have nothing to worry about. Okay? Absolutely nothing to worry about if your God is supreme. This is why I see it too. You will sleep easy. Okay? So this is what I have to say concerning this case of people doing spells. There's nothing wrong with it as far as you don't use it to do evil. As far as you use it to who more is given to, more is expected from. Okay? So please practice your spirituality with pride. Anything you need to do to increase your chances of success, do it. If it's to buy soap, to buy spiritual perfume, to buy your African amulets, to read your book, anything. This is what we do here. We do all these things to make our life better. We don't do it here for show. So you should be proud of doing it. Don't let anybody intimidate you that they are doing evil thing, you are doing satanic thing. No, you are practicing your spirituality. You are practicing it. This is how we practice it. We use the items, we interact with the elements to change our life. This is the practice. It's not all about reading. Okay, you must be using them, you must be seen to be doing all these things. Okay, so you need to be proud of your practice. Okay, it's your stuff. Don't allow anybody intimidate you not to do it. That if you do it, they will say you are a devil. And just tell them that if their God is supreme, they have nothing to worry about. And this is what you believe in. And you are using it for your own self-benefit and self-development. And if they don't like it, they can go to hell. Anything else is intimidation and persecution. Church, they are doing spell. Where they carry Bible, they are doing spell. Where they do in the church, all of them is spell work for them to be prosperous and productive. They do their own spell, but they don't want you to do your own spell. In my book, this is unfair. This is against. This is what I have to say today. Thank you guys for watching. Questions or comments are welcome. Please like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, close to the subscribe button so you get my videos as soon as I release them. Then of course, if you have not gotten my book, this is a book on quantum physics and African spirituality. This is a very, very powerful book that's a gateway into the past, present, and future. If you want to know about the inner intricacies, the scientific connection between Africa, this is the first book written on quantum physics in the history of Nigeria. It's a very powerful book. It will teach you all the things you need to know about the origin of religion, the origin of modern science, the origin of their tomb, the discovery of their tomb in ancient Africa, ancient Egypt, how the Greeks came to learn their stuff in all what they know in Africa. It will tell you the truth with a lot of scientific evidence. It talks about the wormhole, how to classify African deities. This book is a powerhouse of knowledge. It doesn't matter your level in African spirituality, whether you are intermediate, beginner, or advanced. This book is for you. Know what is inside this book. Empower yourself and have this book. It is better to be a warrior in a garden than to be a gardener in a war. This book will give you confidence, it will give you strength, and it will give you a solid reference point to practice your African spirituality with pride, dignity, and honor. And it will elevate you in no small way. So please get it. It's just $50. Tokyo Channel, I thank you very much. Long time. I'm not seeing you for a long time. Everything is fine with me. You see, we are making progress. I've not seen you for a long time. Happy to see you here today. Very delighted. Thank you very much for the donation. Then, Walking in the Shadow of the Gods. This book will empower you. This is why we are here. Our work in African spirituality is to study the natural elements, to study the herbs, the herbs, the compounds, and how to use them. This contains over 200 spells of what people have studied, what I have studied, other people. I compile them here so that the knowledge will not lose. This knowledge are very valuable, and trust me, we will use this knowledge in the future. It's going to be very important because now a lot of people are censoring information. Some people don't want us to know this. Some people want to control every information that you have. They want to control your social media interaction. They want to control what you say or what can be said. They want to control what you know about medicine, what you know about agriculture. They want to control everything. Those people, they are not sleeping. That is why I have started compiling all these things. If you want to have record of all this and how to use it to help yourself, over 200 spells are here. It's actually 220 something, but I just say 200. This book has value. It has power. It has capacity. There's a lot of powerful references here. If I say I should teach you one spell for $1, this book will be over $200. If I say for $1, I teach you a spell for $1, it should be over 200. Over 200 spells are here, but the book sells for $100. Get this book. It is important that you have it. Every house should have it. Keep it for your children. If you don't need it, if you don't have these two books in your library never completes. Keep it. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than to be a gardener in a war. So please get it and get it now. Okay, please. I'm also writing a new book. It will be out in 2 weeks. That book is a very, very powerful book again. That book, when it comes out, is going to revolutionize African spirituality. Okay, I'm not joking. Okay, that one will be much more stronger. It's a direct connection between you and the spirit world. So it's coming out in 2 weeks. Already in print as we speak. So you should watch out for it. Okay, we are making progress. So I'm happy, very happy to see you guys. So Ojudu Love, I thank you. Alafia, I thank you. My brothers and sisters of the Sitahara, I thank you. I'm always very, very delighted to do these videos. This is the reason why we are here. To fellowship, to connect, to talk about the past, present, and future, and to learn about our things that we do, learn about our spirituality. Okay, this is our own church. I will not call it church. This is our own community. This is our stuff. Okay, so I'm happy. So please do the needful. Be proud of your practice. If anybody is attacking you, if their God is supreme, they have nothing to worry about. Okay, so this is what I have to say to you. For people that want to learn African spirituality, I teach it on my channel. This is why I'm here. I will teach you from the history to the science to the spirituality, how to make direct contact with the deities. I'll teach you so many things that you have not learned about before. The things that they teach in Western Secret Society, I'll be teaching you all those things so that you will know what they think and how they think. Okay, Then also too, if you want to buy your herbs, your spiritual items, soap or meditation beads, any kind of things, thunderstone, native shock, all those things, I sell those things here. You can contact me for that. Then you want to do your spell work, your hexes, your packs, your oracle tarot readings, I do all those things as well. You can contact me. Apart from that, I thank you very much, and I'm very, very delighted once again. And subsequently, I'll be seeing you in the next videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.